With a hammer forged from steel that fell from the sky, Hilma Baron single-handedly freed 6 subjects of the Migos overseeing this area. And while they are now here at Hotel Oscar, they only have a bandana, a leather cloak, and 2 pairs of socks between them. They certainly aren't out of those woods yet. Hilma will need to clothe them and house them if they are going to have any chance of surviving this winter. And so, it is with that we begin today. Kia ora, Legionnaires. Rycon here, and welcome back to Cataclysm Innawood. We are here with the Baroness, with our 6 survivors. And we're going to get them inside. And I have no idea how this is going to go as well. Because obviously there are a lot of dinosaurs in there, and Hilma has prepped them as best as she can for what is waiting. So let's get moving on in here, and we'll see how things go. I'm sure it's going to be totally fine. Don't mind the dinosaurs. It's okay. Yep, just follow on through here, just like so. Now, Sarah, we're going to get you to just chill here for now. It doesn't look like we have a fire going yet, so that's something that we're going to have to do. I think the easiest thing that we can do with this group is tell them to open doors and whatnot. We really want to make sure that we get, is it sink inside? No, ramshackle, right. We also need to get just these other doors closed up for now. So yeah, there's going to be lots of moving around and swapping of positioning and whatnot, but let's try and get everyone through here if we can, just so that we can start to get the temperatures up. Yeah. Okay, I believe we have everyone in here now. That's the hope. Let's see if we can get a nice fire going just so we can start to warm them up to begin with. Well, we have a log, so we'll get that fire started. Look at that. They're going to be able to warm up. Ah, nice, isn't it? Yes, make yourselves cozy, and let's have a look and see what we actually have access to in here at the moment. We got the bronze helmet, we got the gambeson hood, we have a grass skirt, and we have the boots and the gauntlets, the chitinous ones. We also have some plated leather armor. Yeah, see, that could still be quite useful for someone. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of go through. Hilma is going to have a chat with each of them, and I'm going to see who might work best as a companion to Hilma, someone that is more physically capable than the others, as I'm sure there is one among these 6. So starting off by chatting to Arturo here. This is what we're looking for. I'd like to know a little bit more about your abilities. Right, okay, so still very cold at the stage, but we can see that Arturo has a light step, also has scout, is a skilled liar. He's also a hoarder, he has a junk food intolerance, he is slow-footed, he's a slow healer, he's squeamish, he's ugly, and he has a weak stomach. Looking at his skills, I'm not seeing anything super amazing. He can kind of shoot stuff, but that's about it. Nothing really in melee. Oh, no, he's got some unarmed skill. Right, sure. And we can see that he is 26 years of age. Okay, so that's Arturo. Chatting with Lysandra up here now. We're going to ask her the same question. Also 26. She's a fast reader, high adrenaline, she's spiritual and stylish. She has a chemical imbalance, she's a hoarder, she's a slow healer, and she has a strong scent. Aha. At those melee skills, melee level 1, and she does have some throwing skill. Okay, on to Ramshackle here. What do you have for us? Also 26? Yeah, I think they're pretty much going to be the same. She has night vision, she has a fructose intolerance, she's a heavy sleeper, and a truth teller. Aha, she's okay with piercing weapons though. We'll keep that in mind. I guess the other thing we should be looking at is the actual stats as well. She's pretty good there. She is also the most injured at the moment as well. Okay, Ed Thacker, what do you got? Okay, the stats, all right, but that trait, Survivor Evacuee 3. This NPC could tell you about how they survived the Cataclysm. Interesting. I think we will actually talk to him about that, because I think we can chat about histories and whatnot. He's high adrenaline, has a light step, has night vision, but has a bad back and is a heavy sleeper. Heavy sleeper, that's not really all that terrible. Not much in the way of melee skill, but some range skill there. Okay, Ed, we'll make sure we try and have a chat with you. And you know, I guess we could do that now while we're here. Let's see, we're talking about history. Yes, let's see how he survived the initial wave of the Cataclysm. Well, there's nothing too special about me. I'm not sure why I survived. I got evacuated with a handful of others, but we were too late to make the second trip to a FEMA camp. Got attacked by the dead. I was the only one to make it out. I never looked back. Well, how did you survive after that? Oh, sheer luck, I guess. I went the absolute wrong way into town. Wound up stuck in the subway system. I spent a few days living off vending machine food. Not eating the best, but I pulled through. At least there weren't so many zombies down there. What got you out of the subway? Oh, straight up hunger. I didn't have any great light source down there, and I didn't have much food. I was slipping up and down to the station to buy from the vending machine. Once I ran out of cash, I had to think of something else. I started raiding surrounding areas by night and built a little base under there. But I'm guessing you left. Yeah, I had it pretty good there, but eventually I started going a bit nuts. Always dark, a bit cold, living off scavenged junk food. A soul can only live like that for so long. When the weather above ground got warmer and the daylight hours got longer, I decided to be a little braver. I learned enough about the living dead that I was able to live pretty well after that. I've camped a few places, scavenged berries and whatnot, lived a pretty good life compared to those first few months. And then I imagine not long after that was when he was taken. Well, thank you, Ed. Appreciate that. Okay, moving clockwise, we have Shu, Sink Jeffers. Sink, what do you have? Okay, not much in the way of strength, sure. Addiction-resistant, fast healer, less sleep, pretty, skilled liar, stylish, chemical imbalance, and flimsy. Not much in the way of melee skills there. Okay, and that leaves us with one more, currently wielding the hammer down there, Gerald Tyson. Gerald, let's have a chat to you too. Interesting. I see. He's very perceptive. He's a masochist. He's a skilled liar. He has a form of psychosis. And he's ugly. But he also does have melee skill. Oh man. Okay. He doesn't have too much in the way of strength, but the melee skill, I don't think it's any higher than, it is a little bit better than Lysandra, but Lysandra does have the strength. It's the strong scent and slow healer that might make her a little bit on the dangerous side. But you know what? I think it would be good to have someone that could go away with us and someone that is going to be better staying. Now, if we are to just tell you to use items, can we do that with things that are just close by? Nah, we're going to have to grab stuff. Okay, alright, so I'm going to try and get them dressed with what little clothing we have. And then after that, we'll have a look at what the most basic forms of clothing that we can make for them are going to be. Yeah, so I think right now, the best thing that we can do is just get one person equipped with things, and that's going to be Lysandra. We do have a grass skirt that we can divvy out still as well, but most of the stuff is going to go to her. Okay, a little difficult to make out in the light at the moment, but we can go and turn a light on, can't we? Yeah, look at that. Electricity, folks. How about that? That's how Lysandra is looking currently, rocking the wooden spear, using our bronze helmet, the plated leather armor, and she has the chitinous gauntlets and boots on currently. So I think we'll go over to Sink here, and we'll give you the grass skirt for now. I think that is the most of the clothing that we have going on. We are currently lacking a pair of socks, which we're probably going to have to take back from one of the crew here. We have the gambeson hood that we can chuck on someone still, which you know what, I think we are going to do that. Gerald, congratulations, you're our lucky hood wearer. There we go. That's all yours. Excellent. Okay, so we probably don't need to have the light on, so we'll just turn that off, swapping positions. And now we need to see about making just kind of basic clothing for them. The cloaks, I feel like, will keep them quite warm, and we can make more leather cloaks. Well, in actual fact, we can make one more at this point. For us to make a regular cloak, we'd need to have some fibercloth sheets. Right now, we've got 9 of those. And Obviously, once we have more sheets, we'll be able to make more things. And we can make fiber cloth sheets without too much issue. We're using plant fiber to do that, and we actually have quite a few of them. And we can make them really fast using our spinning wheel. So let's go convert that plant fiber into a whole heap of these sheets. Let's just say maybe let's do 30 to start off with. I think another thing that I'm going to have to tell the crew to do is just take care of their own needs. So when they need to sleep, they sleep, you know? And it looks like quite a few of them are just going to be lying down to go to sleep, which, you know, good for them. Good for them. Right, but those that are still awake, let's make sure that we keep on working so that we can see if we are going to be able to actually make some clothing for them. Oh, interestingly enough, there's some new ammunition that I just didn't see while we were out in the field in the last episode. We have BBs and bearings, it looks like, and a modification or a different type of 22. Okay. And in other, there's an anesthesia kit. And in practice, we've got social, stabbing, and unarmed. Well, okay, cool. You just need a hand mirror to be able to practice social. Okay, but I think we're going to be able to make t-shirts and stuff like that pretty easily here. Really, we just need them to have clothing. Like, it doesn't need to be armor, it doesn't need to be wild. The tunic might actually be a good option because it's going to cover a lot more, like, you know, down to the knees. So we really only need to worry about a tunic and then some kind of footwear. And then ideally what we would have after that is a cloak of some kind. So it looks like we can make 4 tunics from everything that we've got. We start to run out of these sheets after that, so we might try and make some more sheets first because we only do need the 5 tunics. We are 1 short on the fibercloth sheets, I think, and I believe that should do it. Indeed, that is enough. So we are going to start this process, and I hope we're going to be able to get it done tonight. We will see though. And as we're crafting, we can see that everyone that's here is watching us craft. Oh dear. Okay, well, we finished making all those tunics. What's going on with you, my friend? What is that symbol above your head? What are we looking at there, Gerald? Let's see. Oh dear, he's hallucinating. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So if he starts shouting about potential enemies, there very well might not be enemies there. It doesn't look like everyone is sleeping either, so the people who are awake currently, we are going to make sure that we give those tunics to them ASAP. Okay, it looks like pretty much everyone is asleep apart from Gerald, who we have given the tunic to. So, all right, that's him kind of sorted for now. We will deal with the others once they actually do wake up. I think we'll probably just go and have a meal of whatever we can for the moment. And you know what? We're probably going to have to do a little bit more hunting soon. Well, I say that. I say that. We've got lots of stuff that is frozen that we just can't eat right now. We could bake a ridiculous amount of bread and we'd be looking totally all good. Yeah, we're okay for the moment, Hilma. But now that we have the tunic done for them, I want to have a look and see what we could do in terms of footwear before we start worrying about cloaks. So they don't need to be amazing shoes by any means. I think getting something that is time efficient would be useful as well though. The cord sandals probably aren't bad. Obviously they're going to be very cold without socks, but the birch bark shoes, for example, aren't going to keep them very warm either. I mean, 8 is better than nothing, but it's a time thing as well. That's 3 hours and 5 minutes. Times that by 5, whereas we could put together the cord sandals pretty quickly. So I think for the moment, it's going to have to be these. It still takes a while, 7 hours. It does look like we can make them pretty much entirely out of sinew. Oh, we are getting some assistance here. That's nice. We are tired, but I would like to push through and just get this done. There we go, Hilma. As the sun rises, we are good. We are good. Now, I'm going to turn on the light just so we can see who is awake and who is not. I think everyone's awake at this stage. So, can I grab any of these shoes? Looks like we can. Right, time to get these folks afoot. Okay, they have all been equipped with tunics and cord sandals. They should be a little bit more comfortable. Chantel is actually making a decent recovery there. And the temperature in the cave, I feel like, is probably quite good for them. Okay, well, Hilma does actually need to get some rest herself. I hope that's going to be possible to do with all of the happenings in here. Whether or not they'll keep the fire going as well, I guess we'll see. We are hungry. I don't want to go to sleep hungry. We're probably just going to have bits of stuff again. We have pemmican in here that we can heat up. Right now it's just completely frozen. I think we'll just probably have a few berries before we call it a day, a night, a whatever, because it's day now. Hilma, you need to sleep. Wow. Seems like Hilma slept for quite a while. The fire is out. I think it's still... I can't see if it's warm in here, but they don't seem to be complaining about the temperature. The sun is still outside. Pretty much all of them are asleep though, and I do not blame them. This is the first time that they have been able to breathe easy, and yeah, I don't blame them at all. Okay, well, I'll try not to disturb them, but we are going to have to turn on the light. And, oh, I think, yeah, no, that did disturb them. That's okay. Right, well, we are going to start off just by making some pies to kind of get going. And it looks like it's going to have to be some kind of vegetable pie. Oh, and we're crafting a lot slower as well because of our hands. Let's take off the fur gloves for now. It is going to be a little bit colder, but that's only going to be for so long because I really do want to send one of these members out to start doing some woodworking for us. We are going to have to get the camp set up. So after the pies, that's our first port of call. Oh yeah, it is certainly cold in here. Right, let's start eating these hot pies. Imagine Hilma passing them out to the folks here. And let's drink some of that nice clean water. And now we need to plan. So, this is Hilma's home, this cave. I don't think we're going to want to try and turn all of this into a base. Bases generally work well, the faction bases, as kind of standalone structures. Now we could take an area like this and we could turn it into a base. Generally you want to have some kind of water source nearby. Unfortunately we don't have that, but Hilma does have a well and you can actually construct a well at your base as well. Yeah, I see what we did there. I'm thinking this square is probably going to be a good spot to start on because it's close enough to Hotel Oscar that if anything happens here, we'll know about it. And if it looks like it's going to be too much work, if it's going to be too much trouble, then we'll just kind of scale things back and we'll try and see if we can run stuff from the cave. But I think we're going to try and head out to that tile and see if we can get that to work for us. We are going to take the crew out with us as well. We'll turn off the light first though. We don't need the whole gang to follow us, but we need at least one person. Oh, there we go. We've got our one. So, Sync, you can follow us for now. I am totally okay with that. I think that little dino is going to follow us. We did get another person. Right, Arturo, you can follow. Are they opening doors? They might be opening doors. No, they're not meant to open closed doors, but okay, here they are. Huh, that's working. Right, and oh, it's around dusk. Yeah, so maybe not the best time to be doing this, but it's okay. That's all 6 of them. Right, so we are going to try and go out by another square and then see how that's looking. Huh? Oh, that's way too far away. Okay, so it's going to have to be pretty much here by the looks of things. Yeah, I mean, it's within sight. Is that going to work out okay? I gotta hope so. Let's talk to Lysandra here. And I believe there's something that I want you to do. Yes, let's talk about the camp, which we don't have yet. That's it. I want you to build a camp here. Okay, so we can have a variation of things here. Faction base bare bones camp. Manually add the bulletin board to use. No construction can be constructed anywhere. We have the field camp version 1, which is the original version, and we have modular field camp version 2, no trenches, more beds, courtyards, expansions not dependent on beds. The trenches do take a long while to dig out. You know what? I feel like we've seen the first version. We'll go for the second version. Hopefully that's a okay call. Yeah, let's say yes. And what are we going to name the camp? I think we'll go with Camp Hope. Yeah. All right. Oh, and that's it. That's the outline of it. And it's perfect. That's exactly where I would want it to be. I suppose if we build anything to the east, it might encroach on the field that's up here. We can make that work. Right, so if we head up towards the bulletin board, there will be a number of things that we can do. You do not have sufficient sort zones. Do you want to add them? We'll have a look at that, but we can see on the bulletin board there are a number of things that we can do. Expanding bases, distributing food, and the way that assigning work works with these faction camps is based upon the amount of calories that we have stockpiled. We can add an obstacle course, different types of shacks and whatnot. It would be really interesting building things out of the resin. That's possible because of how much of the stuff is up there. But yeah, gathering materials, collecting firewood, menial labor, all that stuff, this is going to help us out a lot. As for what kind of structures we'd want to make here, rammed earth is also an option. We'd need to harvest quite a bit of pine boughs or birch bark to be able to do it. The soil isn't so much of a problem just because we have so much of that downstairs. Rock is also an option as well, if we can get mortar to work. Yeah, all of those things, totally worth considering. And if we have a look on these other tabs, which I don't think we can get to yet by the looks of things, yeah, no. But those are the directions on the map that you can expand and build out into. And that's what we do up here with expanding the base. But we do need to sort out some zones. We need to have a area where food is kept so that we can tell people to do stuff. And I wonder if our home is close enough that we could designate a zone up there and have that be the base camp food stockpile. It could be possible. Let's add those zones. Sorting zones have changed. Please create some sorting zones. You must create a camp food zone and a camp storage zone. Okay, right, so we can see all of our other ones here. So if we go add, and we want to add base camp food. Yeah, let's see. It can stretch pretty far. It looks like we might be able to get it to work with that. So we select those 2 points. I think that'll work. Obviously, we want to make sure that Hilma still has some food for herself. Most certainly. I don't think that food will just disappear and turn to calories. But that's a good start. As for storage, items in the zone will be added to the base camp's inventory for its use by its workers. So, yet again, this is another one that I might have to alter, but we could apply the whole area here so that if a tool is needed, they will be able to access that tool. So let's do something like that. Oh, we'll go down there a little bit more as well. You know what? Screw it. We'll cover the whole cave. Will that work? I don't know. Save changes? Yes. So distributing food. Selecting this one here allows us to distribute food to our followers and fill our larders. We place the food we wish to distribute in the camp food zone. Right, and that will all be kind of added in. Okay. I understand. So we obviously don't want to have everything there then. So I'm going to just change the food zone. So we're just going to edit the position of that. And we are going to make it just one area. I think we'll make it the root cellar. Yeah. That way I can go through, I can sort, I can say, hey, we want to keep these things for Hilma and just go with that. We can put in a root cellar like right away. We have the digging tools. We have the hammering tools necessary. But what I think it will struggle with is calories, potentially. I'll see if this is possible for us to do. It's accessing the long sticks that are in there, and yeah, we need to have enough food to be able to feed them to do the task. So that's the first thing for us to get done. I'm going to tell everyone to guard, just to stay there for the moment, and we'll be back after we've kind of sorted through some of the food. Hilma, come on. So right now, there is only a sealed stomach in there. So there's a lot of things that can be added in, like the smoked meat, for example, and more smoked meat. I feel like that's probably a good starting point. We've got a lot of pemmican in there still, but we'll just start with these and we'll see how that kind of calorie conversion works out. Okay, everyone's following once again, looking at this. All right, root cellar. Oh, I lied. Before that, we want to distribute food. That's a lot of calories. That's a lot of smoked meat. And it's frozen right now as well, so that's good. Oh, we can tell them to do a few things then. Right, starting off, we are going to build this root cellar. It is going to be important for them to have it out here, and we can have this specifically for these folks. We can see that it's going to be using rocks, which we supposedly don't have that much of at the moment. We're definitely going to get more of those, but that's a good start. We are going to use the long sticks that are nearby, And it's actually telling us who has the right kind of skills for this job. Lysandra. Not only is she the one that we decked out in all of our armor, but she seems to be pretty good when it comes to survival and fabrication. Sync is also good at survival, so we might want to try and get her to do some logging for us. Lysandra, we'll set you to build this. Oh, no, right. We can't send anyone. They need to have 4 survival, and they need to have 4 fabrication to be able to do that. Ahaha. Righto then. In that case, let's see. Collect firewood. Can we do that? Can we start that? We can send 3 people out to do it, and this might help improve their survival skill. Okay, so we're going to send out Lysandra. We'll send out Sync. And for cutting logs, this is a bit more of a time-consuming one. This is also using fabrication rather than survival. I wouldn't mind having some logs, so let's see. Forest and swamps are the only valid cutting locations. Select a location between 1 and 50 tiles away. Right, so I'm thinking it might be worth us trying to clear some of the forests that are within range. I guess they need to be outside of the range of the camp. Rather, that's the minimum range that we can pick up. So maybe we can just do this bit here. Looks like we can. Okay, so it's very close. It's going to take 8 hours and 5 minutes to be able to do. We need someone with fabrication too, which is going to be Arturo. Okay, you're off to go and cut some logs. So that leaves us with 3 people. And as you can see, we can recall our workers back should we need to. We can also just do gather materials, which is using survival skill. We'll send Gerald out to get firewood as well. And these 2, I'm not sure what they are going to be able to do for us at the moment. Sometimes when it comes to expanding the base, you send out a surveyor, and you know what? It is actually pretty good at that. So go survey the land. And with just Ramshackle left, let's see what skills might be useful for us here. She's got good social skill in vehicles, and she's got some skill in computers. Honestly, we might just be able to spend a little bit of time teaching her, but we'd be better off doing that back at home. So let's see if we can actually get a lesson to work. All right, let's turn on our light there. We'll have a little bit of a chat to you. Or rather, start training seminars. So if you have others around, we'll be able to kind of teach. And yeah, this is how we teach. So we can teach survival skill. We also know a lot about fabrication. I think fabrication is going to be really important. So we'll start off with fabrication, and we are going to get Ramshackle to participate in this training. Oh, okay, we finished the teaching. Did you learn anything there? Let's see. Okay, your fabrication is 91, so I guess you were on your way there. Oh, okay, excellent. We can use this bulletin board at the same time. We can see how long they've been out. So they've got to be out there for a little while longer. Good. Okay, well, I think we're just going to continue with that. Right. You can only teach so much. You've taught enough for now. I think it's going to be important to do that every day then, and instead of trying to get people to learn from scratch, I think we'll just pick people that are already good at those skills and try and get them to be just a little bit better. I would really like to see our folks with a little bit of extra warmth in the form of the cloaks, so we're going to have a look at making some of those next. So they are certainly going to take a wee while to make, 4 hours and 37 minutes, and we need to have a pretty significant amount of sheets. But that is something that we will be able to kind of just work away at. Let's go make 50 here. By the time we're done with this, our other folks will be close to getting done. And all that while, Ramshackle was actually helping us with that crafting. Good. We're going to eat some of those pies there, and I think we'll start making a cloak. And it's just going to be the regular cloak there. Okay, I think we're going to stop and we're just going to check in and see if our other teams are ready to come back. Indeed, we can bring them back. Log Cutter Arturo is going to be out for a fair bit longer, but we'll bring back the firewood gatherers and we'll see what they actually have brought back with them. It looks like we do it one by one. Sync returns from gathering materials. Okay, and got some experience at the same time. Looks like the stuff just appears beneath us, that's all right. Oh, and we can also bring our surveyor back too. Let's bring the others back here first. Lysandra, that's good. What did you bring us? Some splintered wood. Hey, it's a start. Okay. I imagine they are probably just back outside. Right. And our surveyor, Ed. Okay. Select a tile up to 1 tiles away. So, from Camp Hope, yeah? I think going down to the south first would probably be the best call for us. And so we have a number of things that we can actually make here. A canteen. We've got version 1 and version 2. Provides cooking recipes, stoves, a well, and a cellar. The version 2 is version 1 plus a still, a windmill, and more planters. Version 2 sounds good, but I imagine it's going to take a lot more resources to make. We do already have a windmill though, so I imagine we have a lot of the parts for that to begin with. A central storage building, nice building with some free space, and another version which is a focus on storage. It's telling us to place it northeast southwest only, so not on one of the diagonals. We've got fabrication workshops, we've got farms, we've got garages, we've got livestock areas, and a saltworks area. Right, so as much as building a canteen and stuff like that would be fun, I think getting a central storage building would be a really good idea. And having this one specifically focused on storage, so more storage places and all the rest. I like that. So we're going to say that that's what we want to be there. To make that though is going to be something altogether different. So we can see there are variations of this that we can make. I like that there are options. This is to the south, so we can make it out of Migo resin. And we just need a smoothing tool, and we need the resin pods to be able to do that. That would be so bizarre, but how difficult is it to get the resin pods? Rammed earth requires a lot of planks. I guess the other thing to consider are the amount of nails that are necessary here as well. That's a lot of nails. Well, the thing is, we don't have to focus on this right now. These are big goals that we are going to try and work towards. So I'm going to try and figure out what would be the most efficient for us to actually work on. It would be hilarious if we could get the resin stuff to work though. You know, I was just thinking about it. We probably don't have to race to do the root cellar because we have a root cellar already. We don't have to have one over there. I'll be honest, I am quite intrigued about the alien resin pods because all we need to do is have a tool with smoothing, which we can make. We can make one of those quite easily. We can make a wooden smoother. It only needs to have the quality of 1. We are going to have to go back and get the travois at some point too. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be safest for us to call everyone back inside. And maybe Hilma could just ride up with Sarah and see about bring some of that good stuff back. Oh, here's all the others. Okay, so this is I think where they popped back. Obviously, we're still down 1 person. They're out cutting wood for us right now. So we'll just bring everyone else back inside, and then we're just going to tell them to guard once they are actually in here. Okay, I think that is everyone. So we're going to say, hey guys, just guard the place. Take care of it. Appreciate it. Oh, and by the way, Gerald, we are going to need to take that weapon back from you. So they're all going to stay back here to just rest and recover. And we are going to be making our way back to that tower for 2 reasons. One, I really do want to see what we can get out of those resin pods. The second is there was something else in that tower, something that I really do want to find out what it was. So let's tie Sarah up for now. We'll make sure we go and close the front door, and we will go on that journey. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that was dramatic. We were thrown off of our mount by an antlered hammer. This once great moose's eyes ooze with dark, oily fluid. Its flesh is torn and scarred. Its entire body bulges with distended muscles and swollen, festering wounds. We actually managed to bash it once with the hammer and then block some of the attack as we are thrown backwards, our leg bleeding. Okay, we very quickly need to grab one of those flintlocks off of our back. Let's draw it. Dropping Savior to the ground. This thing is much faster than us. There is no running. We wait a second or 2 to be able to fire. We fire a good hit for 34 damage. Right, it's bleeding. Let's see if we can maybe try and run. Are we going to be much faster than it? No, but we get a second here, and a second might be all that we need to get at least a little bit better of an aim on this thing. Let's see. It's not moving any further yet. Okay, what are you up to? There you are. Okay, 37 damage yet again, and the antlered hammer grabs us. I'm imagining it's its antlers. So we are going to try and see if we can pull out our next rifle here. We're just going to draw, and we're going to drop the other one on the ground, like so. We grit our teeth, and we get ready to shoot. Okay, 24 damage. It's heavily bleeding. Let's try again. Here we go. Oh, 28. That's our 2 shots. That's all that we got. We're standing in smoke. Do we try and break the grab? Okay, we managed. And we've got a little bit of smoke here. We're not going to have time to reload this thing. But we do have on our back the quarterstaff. Let's drop this to the ground, draw out the quarterstaff, and just get ready. Here it comes. Oh boy, and it just, it charges into us there. But we managed to strike at it, getting a critical as we clobber it with our quarterstaff. We attack again. There is noise nearby. I think it's Sarah. This thing is still so much faster than us, yet I think we can get a little bit of distance here. It's grabbed us yet again. We strike at it. We are in pain here, but this thing is slowly dying. We are getting weaker though. I don't like that. Let's try and move again. Damn it, come on. It is so close to death. Hilma, strike it. Oh, don't break your legs. Don't break your legs. Come on. Oh boy. One more strike will do it. Oh, and that's it. That's it. Our limb breaks. We're thrown backwards. As Hilma impacts the ground, she feels a sickening snap. And then we're left there, breathing deeply. As we hear something in the distance, it's gotta be Sarah. And this thing is still out here. And out of the darkness it slams. Hilma is flung into the night, and we've landed next to not Sarah, but a juvenile. We heard something die. It could have been the creature bleeding out. I didn't even see it coming for us. Hilma tried to move 1 step forwards and fell down prone. And yeah, as she fell back down to the ground this time, there were more breaks. My gosh. Her arm and both of her legs. She is in excruciating pain. It's amazing. After everything, after every victory, all it takes is one bad encounter in the middle of the night. And this is the same route we just walked the previous night with all of those vulnerable naked fools. And we were fine the whole journey. I know I say it a lot though, but Hilma is not out of the woods. She has one good arm still, and we're going to use that arm to try and apply some bandages here. We're going to start off with her torso. Okay, there we go. The bleeding has stopped on most of her wounds. Her left leg is still bleeding and it's bloody broken here. Let's go and apply that. Okay, there we are. Actually, you know what? That's a lie. Her left leg isn't broken. It's just her arm and her right leg. I know, right? So that is very good, because it means that we might actually stand a chance to walk. We are still just in a very, very, very bad situation though. We don't know where Sarah is. We were up here. We flew all the way from there and landed back here. That's how we broke our other arm. We're still prone right now. I don't think we're going to be able to stand back up. I'm just going to pass some turns by here. We heard a creature die, and I truly hope it was that thing. Can we crawl? Yeah, we can, but it takes, you see how long that takes? That's, oh boy. This is very, very bad. That's a Triceratops, it's not us, Sarah. Sarah, where are you? We're not bleeding out, that is the main thing. Okay. Can we stand up? We try? Okay. Her broken legs can't hold her weight. Wow. Just wow. Can we call out to Sarah? This is after I cannot believe this. A routine journey out. Look, I knew having shortened vision was going to make things a little bit more dangerous. I maybe wasn't expecting something quite so dangerous as that. I've never encountered that creature before as well. Oh man, like every step that we're taking right now is taking forever. We're going to drink some willowbark tea to try and see if we can deal with a little bit of the pain that we're experiencing. And we're just going to have to keep on crawling. We throw up heavily. But I think that is going to help with the pain at least a little bit. Our head is cold. Our feet are cold as well. If Sarah is out here, we can jump on her and we can ride back home. We just need to hope that we can find her. We no longer feel nauseous as we just crawl forwards. I'm trying to see if I can hear. Okay, well, there's blood, and I think that's our quarterstaff. Okay. All right, just with her one good arm. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. Okay. We crawl forwards one more square, and we are going to hit wield. We are going to try and wield the quarterstaff. Oh, we can't. I don't even think we can wield it. It can't be wielded with one arm. Crawling over to the carcass of this creature, Hilma starts to try and smash with her one good arm. She pulls bits and pieces of this thing out, ensuring that it can't come back to life. Oh god, this is taking forever. I don't know how much time is passing here. Nah, we need to stop. We need to stop. We just need to hope we can find Sarah. Can we use our spear strap? We can. We put the quarterstaff away, at least for the moment. And we just need to crawl up. If this thing comes back to life, that's got to be very, very bad for us. Okay, there is a noise up there. Please be Sarah. Please be Sarah. Come on. Keep on going, Hilma. Just in case, let's see if we can reload this thing. Okay, we can. Reload it again. It's a Triceratops. It's not Sarah. So where is Sarah then? There's more blood up here, and there's another weapon. Let's load it twice. I don't even know if we can use it. Too weak to wield it with one arm. Oh man. And there's the hammer. There is Savior on the ground. We have a Triceratops wandering around us, but Sarah is nowhere to be seen. It's around midnight right now. It's only a half moon. We've got no light. This is a very bad position to find ourselves in. There's just dirt here. I thought there might be a blood trail. It's not. This Triceratops is just kind of sniffing around where Hilma is right now. If we had some cattle fodder, we'd be able to tame it. That's not an option right now. Well, I hate to leave you all on a cliffhanger like this, but unfortunately, we are out of time today. Perhaps it is the perfect time to have other folks to be able to help you out with things. When it comes to establishing the faction camp, you do need a lot of time to pass. And, well, Hilma is going to need that time to pass to recover. This was the last thing that I expected to have happen today. Yet here we are. What a creature that was. The worst part is, it still can come back to life. It can still hunt for Hilma. And she can't crawl home like this, no. She is going to need Sarah. We need to hope that Sarah is still alive, that she just took off to somewhere nearby, as right now, Hilma is alone in a sea of darkness. 6 survivors sleep back at Hotel Oscar. One of them still out in the woods there, chopping away at logs. Camp Hope has just begun. Let us hope it's not snuffed out. We'll be thinking of you, Hilma. Legionnaires, I ask you, if you enjoyed today's episode, precarious ending aside, please consider leaving a comment or a like to let me know if you enjoyed the show. For now, I have been Rycon. You have all been awesome. And until next time, stay